Hello, my lovely girls. How are you? I hope you are all doing well and fine. I'm teacher Arwa, and this class is for the 8th grade. By the way, I just want to tell you that Ramadan Mubarak for all of you. I hope that it goes easily and peacefully with good memories, inshallah. Um, uh, Please don't forget to pray for yourself, to pray for your family, and to pray for me. Inshallah, God answers all your prayers. Today, inshallah, we are going to start with a new structure في قاعدة جديدة in page number 51. Page number 51, which talks about what? Which talks about have to, don't have to, don't have to, and can't. Again, have to, don't have to, can and can't. Okay, let's start with have to and don't have to. Before I start explaining them, I want to give you examples about them, okay? خليني أعطيكم أمثلة to let you guess the difference between them. خليكم تشوفوا الفرق. Let's start with have to. Today is the first day of Ramadan. Today is the first day of Ramadan. You have to fast. You have to what? You have to fast. عليك أن تصوم. You have to fast. You have to fast. Have to. عليك أن. Something that necessary to do. Something ضروري مهم جدا. ضروري واجب. It's obligation. Obligation يعني واجب عليك. You have to do it. Obligation التزام أو واجب. Okay? Something that is necessary for you to do. You have to fast. عليك أن تصوم. Okay. طيب. I'll give you an example about don't have to. You don't have to visit your friend today. You don't have to visit your friend today. You don't have to يعني مش واجب عليك مش ضروري. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. ليس ضروريا. Okay? There is no obligation. ما فيها واجب عليك أو التزام. You don't have to visit your friend today. مش ضروري. Okay? يعني if you want, visit her. إذا حابة you can visit her, but it's not necessary. ليس مهما. So you don't have to visit your friend today. ليس مهما. تمام? This is the difference between have to and don't have to. Have to when we talk about something that is necessary to do, مهم ضروري واجب التزام عليك. You have to fast today. Okay? You have to pray 5 times a day. لازم تصلي 5 مرات باليوم. فرض واجب عليك. Right? You have to pray 5 times. أما don't have to, you don't have to go to the party. مش ضروري انك تروح على الحفلة. إذا مش حابب don't go. Just don't go. Okay? ليس ضروريا. ليس مهما. ليس واجبا. Don't have to. طيب ال have to و don't have to ال I and ال you وال they وال we. Look. Yeah. عنا I, you, they, we شو بياخدوا؟ I, you, they, we take have to. ال plural nouns بياخدوا have to الجمع. I, you, they, we. طيب ال I وال you نعامل معاملة الجمع. That's why they take have to. أما she وال he وال it they take has to. يعني she has to pray 5 times a day. She has to. She, singular pronoun. She has to. Not have to. she has to. Okay, عليها أن تصلي 5 مرات في اليوم. She has to pray 5 times a day. She has to fast. It's Ramadan. She has to fast. عليها أن تصوم. She has to. He has to. He has to obey his family, his parents. هو لازم عليه أن يطيع والديه. He has to. Okay. Okay. أما ال don't have to برضه ال I وال you وال they وال we بياخدوا don't have to. don't طبعا دائما ال have بتضلها نفس ما هي بعد ال do وال does وال don't وال doesn't. ال I you they we they take don't have to. أما ال she وال he وال it how to negate how to negate the singular form of the present simple. كيف بدنا ننفي للشي والهي والإت بنحكي doesn't have to. doesn't. okay, so الشي والهي والإت they take doesn't have to. ال have stays the same بتضلها نفس ما هي infinitive verb because it is preceded by doesn't and don't. إجي قبلها don't و doesn't فهي بتيجي infinitive مجردة the same as it is نفس ما هي. okay, so again have to, we use have to talk about obligation واجب أمر إلزامي obligation something that is necessary to do أمر مهم يجب عليك فعله. أما don't have to there is no obligation يعني ما في التزام أو واجب تجاه الموضوع. you don't have to. if you don't want to do it don't. إذا مش حابب لا تعمله عادي. it's not necessary. ليس ضروريا. ما فيه necessity. ما في ضرورة. there is no obligation or necessity. okay, here are 2 examples. The first one, you have to follow the rules of the game. you have to follow the rules of the game. يجب عليك إلزامي ضروري something that necessary to do. you have to follow. عليك اتباع قوانين اللعبة. طيب if the subject was she يلو جايين إذا كان subject she بدل you ال have to شو بتصير has to. excellent. إذا كان عنا she has to بدل have to. okay طيب the second example عنا هون you don't have to go to the party يعني مش ضروري انك تروح الحفلة. if you don't want to go إذا مش حابب تروح don't go عادي. it's not necessary ليس ضروريا. طيب if the subject was he لو اليو كانت he شو بتصير يا ملك؟ don't شو بتصير؟ doesn't. excellent. بتصير he doesn't بحال انه ال subject كان مفرد he doesn't. okay so this is about have to and don't have to. have to something necessary obligation واجب عليك. don't have to it's not necessary. you don't have to do it. if you don't like it, if you don't want to do it, just don't. okay, simply. Now let's move to the second part of our structure. المقطع الثاني الجزء الثاني من قاعدتنا which talks about can and can't. okay, can and can't. Before I explain them I want to give you examples. بدي أعطيكم أمثلة and you have to guess the difference between them. إنك تشوف الفرق. يلا. When do we use can? متى بنستخدم can? okay, you can. يلا listen carefully to me. You can use my computer anytime you like, anytime you want. You can use my computer anytime you want or anytime you need it. You can use my computer ملك. You can use my computer سارة. يعني أنت بتستطيع تستخدم الجهاز الحاسوب الخاص فيه anytime you want. أي وقت بدك إياه. You can do it. Something that you are allowed to do. يعني إشي مسموح لك تعمله. أنت لديك القدرة إنك تعمله. Ability to do it and you are allowed to do it. First, you have the ability to do it. عندك القدرة إنك تعمله. تاني إشي second, you are allowed to do it. يعني أنت مسموح لك تعمله. You can use my computer anytime you want. You can, your mom says, you can go to your friend's home. تقدر إنك تروحي على بيت صديقتك. You can do it. Something that you are allowed to do. يعني أنت مسموح لك تعملي. مش إلزامي. ليس إلزاميا. Not necessary. You can do it as you like. زي ما بدك. You can do it. Okay? It's like what? It's like don't have to. الكان بتشبه don't have to. لما أحكي لك you don't have to go to the party. برضو أحكي لك you can go to the party. يعني something that belongs to your choice. يعني إشي بيرجع لخيارك أنت. You are the one who decides. أنت الشخص اللي بيتحدد. بس you can do it. Or you don't have to do it. بيعطوا نفس المعنى. إنه أنت الشخص اللي بيتحدد. You are the one who decides whether to do it or not to do it. فهمتوا؟ This is the meaning of can. You can use my computer. If you have a one, it's okay. Don't use it. As you like. As you want. Okay? This is the meaning of can. طيب. Let's talk about can't. You can't use your mobile phone at school at all. أبداً. You can't use your mobile phone at school. لا تستطيع أن تستخدم الموبايل الخاص بك في المدرسة نهائياً. Something that you are not allowed to do. ليس مسموح لك أن تفعله أبداً. See the difference? عرفتوا الفرق؟ You can use my computer anytime you want. You can't touch or you can't use the teacher's computer. انت ما بتستطيع تستخدم الجهاز الحاسوب الخاص بالمعلمة. You can't. Something you are not allowed to do. مش باختيارك. لا انت غير مسموح لك أبدا. You can't. Okay? You can't use your phone at school. Look, you can't use your phone at school. أبدا. You are not allowed to do. لا يمكنك فعله بتاتا. إذا حبيت أو ما حبيت, you can do it. Okay? So this is the difference between can and can't. Can, something you are allowed to do. مسموح لك تعمله. And you have the ability to do it. As you like, as you want. This is something that refers to yourself. بيعود لنفسك أنت. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want, you don't have to do it. إذا مش حابب عادي مش بالضرورة تعمله. So عنا can و don't have to بيجوا نفس المعنى. يعني إيش بيرجعوا لك أنت تعمله أو ما تعمله. أما can't something that you can't to do. You are not allowed to do it. مش مسموح لك أبدا تعمله. Can't. طيب what about have to? can't بتشبه have to. Have to something that you have to do. عليك أن تعمله. Something that necessary. have to إلزاميا ضروريا. You have to wear your uniform at school. لازم إنك تلبس اليونيفورم بالمدرسة. Something that is necessary to do. You have to wear your uniform. You can't. لا يمكنك use your phone at school. أوامر, rules. You have to follow them. Okay? Did you see the difference between have to, don't have to, can and can't? Okay, I hope you understood everything. If you have any question, please come and ask me. Okay? I'll explain it to you another time. Okay. Now, and you have to write this. You have to write this paper. You have to copy this on your notebook. Okay, please do it. Now let's move to page 51. In order to answer exercise number 1 and exercise number 2 and exercise number 4. Okay, my lovely girls. Okay, يلا يا مس. Let's start with exercise number 1, which talks about have to, don't have to, can and can't. You have to choose the right answer between have to, don't have to, can and can't. حكينا ال have to إذا كان ال subject singular شو بتصير؟ has to. طيب ال don't have to إذا كان ال subject singular شو بتصير؟ doesn't have to. Excellent, good job. Yeah. Let's start. Have to and don't have to, can, can't. Read the sentences and choose your correct words. Check your answers in the text. Okay. Number 1. Yeah. Number 1. Number 1 is answered. Each football team, we are talking about football team, about the rules of playing football, قوانين لعب كرة القدم. Each football team has to ولا can't have 11 players. We are talking about a rule. عم نحكي عن قانون. إذا شو بدنا نستخدم؟ ال have to. طيب عنا each. هاي مهمة very 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 important. each تعامل معاملة المفرد لأنه إحنا بنحكي كل فريق، يعني كل فريق لحال. each team كل فريق لحال. each team have to ولا has to؟ each team has to لأنه يعامل معاملة المفرد. each whenever you see each you know it's singular subject, singular فاعل مفرد. each يعني كل. each girl كل فتاة كل واحد لحال singular. each team كل فريق لحال. so each team has to. each team has to or can't. No, each team has to have 11 player. each team has to have يعني كل فريق لازم يكون فيه 11 players in the football game. Okay, so the first one is has. again عنا ال each تعامل معاملة المفرد singular. اكتبوها هاي مهمة. singular خلينا اكتبها اوضح. okay, so each تعامل معاملة المفرد. each takes has not have. has to. okay, number 2. you can or can't kick the ball in football. kick the ball يعني تركل الكرة. you can or can't kick the ball in football. in football kick. هل تستطيع ركل الكرة برجلك؟ yes, you can. something you are allowed to do. يعني شيء مسموح لك تعمله. you can kick the ball in football. you can. ما بس نحكي you can't kick the ball. no, بعدين ما بنعرف نلعب. so you can kick the ball in football. تستطيع أن تركل الكرة بلعبة كرة القدم. you can. okay, what about number 3? يلا يا لين. number 3. I am a referee. referee means الحكم. excellent. حكينا in football game بكرة القدم الحكم شو بنسميه؟ referee. but in the tennis what do we call him بلعبة التنس؟ umpire. excellent, umpire. أما بالفوتبول referee بنسميه referee. شو بيعمل referee؟ he makes sure if everyone is following the rules. بيتأكد إنه كل حدا عم يتبع القوانين. so I am referee. I have to ولا don't have to watch the game. يجب عليه ولا لا يجب عليه أن يشاهد المباراة؟ he's the referee. إنه الحكم. yes, excellent. have to. I have to watch the game. يجب علي. I have to watch the game. I have to. طيب لو كان he، لو بدنا نحكي عنه كان الفاعل he بدل I شو بيصير؟ He has to. Excellent. So I have to watch the game. يجب علي مشاهدة المباراة. I have to, in order to make sure everything is following the rules. كل شيء عم يتبع القوانين. I have, يجب علي. I have to watch the game. يجب علي مشاهدة المباراة. The match. So I'm the referee. I have to watch the match. Okay, what about number 4? Number 4 يا لانا. Football players have to ولا can't touch the ball with their hands. Football players, sorry, اللي بيلعبوا فوتبول have to يجب عليهم ولا can't لا يمكنهم touch the ball with their hands بإيديهم. They can't. Excellent. Something that you are not allowed to do. If you play football, إذا لعبت فوتبول, you can't touch the ball with your hands. لا يمكنك. Something you are not allowed to do. لا يمكنك فعله أبدا. You can't touch the ball with your hands. So you can't. Football players can't touch the ball with their hands. لا يمكنه لمس الكرة بإيديهم. Something they are not allowed to do. غير مسموح لهم يعملوه. They can't touch the ball with their hands. طيب, what about number 5 يا شهد? Tennis players, now we are talking about tennis game. Tennis players have to, يجب عليهم, or don't have to, لا يجب عليهم, as they like, to use a racket. They are tennis players. بيلعبوا tennis. They have to, يجب عليهم, ولا they don't have use a racket? No, they have to. Excellent. يجب عليهم. They have to use a racket. If you don't use a racket, you can't play. ما بتقدر تلعب. You don't know how to play without a racket. إذا ما مسكت راكت ما بتعرف كيف تلعب التنس. So tennis players have to use a racket. يجب عليهم استخدام الراكت. They have to use a racket. Okay? What about number 6? يا ملاك? Number 6, there is an umpire. حكينا بالتنس شو بنسمي الحكم umpire. أما بالفوتبول جيم شو بنسميه referee. طيب, there is an umpire in tennis. الحكم بالتنس بنسميه umpire. He has to ولا can't decide if a player wins a point. يجب عليه he has to ولا لا يستطيع أن يحدد إذا اللاعب أخذ نقطة ربح نقطة. No, he has to. يجب عليه. He as an umpire. هو حكم. لأنه حكم, he has to decide if a player wins a point. يجب عليه أن يحدد لو اللاعب ربح نقطة أخذ نقطة. So he has to. Something he has to do. Necessary to do. مهم يعمله. So he has to. Okay? There is an umpire in tennis. He has to decide if a player wins a point. Okay. This is for exercise number 1. طيب, exercise number 2. Complete the text with the correct forms of can't and can. يعني you have to complete the text with can or can't. نحط can or can't. First, I'm going to read the text and then we have to answer. يلا. We want to talk about ice diving. Ice diving يعني الغوص. رياضة الغوص تحت الجليد. Ice diving. Ice diving in Antarctica. Antarctica هي القارة القطبية الجنوبية. We want to talk about ice diving in Antarctica. Ice diving in Antarctica is becoming very popular. يعني صارت كتير مشهورة هاي الرياضة الآيس دايفنج. okay, very popular it's an adjective يعني مشهور معروف. okay, you do it if you are not a well-trained diver. اسمعوا منيح، بيحكوا لك you do it if you are not a well-trained diver، يعني إذا ما كنت مندرب منيح. you can or you can do it. you can do it. excellent. you can't do it if you are not a well-trained diver. well-trained يعني متدرب بشكل منيح. so you can't, the first one is can't, C-A-N-T. you can't do it if you are not a well-trained diver. إذا أنت مش متدرب منيح you can't do it، ما بتستطيع أن تجرب هاي الرياضة الآيس دايفنج. طيب once يعني لما once you are in the water، لما تصير تحت المي you can see a completely different world. you can see a completely mean it's what, it's an adverb، هي حال يعني بشكل كامل. you can see a different world يعني بتشوف عالم مختلف تماما، completely تماما مختلف. you dive with seals and penguins يعني يمكنك أن تغوص مع إيش؟ مع الفقمات seals and penguins هم البطاريق. so you can, number 2 you can something you are allowed to do، أنت مسموح لك تعمله if you like طبعا as you like. number 2 you can dive يمكنك الغوص مع with seals and penguins مع. so number 3, let's move now to number 3. number 3 you observe animals from under the surface. you observe means يعني ترصد، يعني يمكنك رصد الحيوانات animals from under the surface يعني من تحت السطح، من تحت السطح. surface means السطح. so you can do it. you can observe animals from under the surface. you can. number 3. طيب what about number 4. number 4 or عنا or أو، إذا عنا or يعني التنتين رح يكون نفس الإشي. or you catch a fish while it is in a deep sleep، أو يمكنك التقاط سمكة while it is in a deep sleep بينما هي بنوم عميق. deep adjective deep عميق sleep نوم. so or you can catch يعني التقاط or you can catch a fish while it's in a deep sleep. however بالرغم من ذلك however because ice keeps moving لأنه الجليد بيضل يتحرك keeps moving you be sure لا يمكنك التأكد of your final destination. you can or can't. you can't. excellent. you can't be sure لا يمكنك أن تكون متأكد. you can't be sure of your final destination. can't, C-A-N-T. you can't be sure of your final destination. you might end up يعني يمكن أن تنتهي بالغوص miles from your original diving spot. يعني لما تنتهي من الغوص راح تكون يمكن تكون بعيد يعني أميال بعيدة من موضع الدايفنج سبوت تبعك اللي نزلت منه. okay so you can't be sure of your final destination. number 1 can't, number 2 can, number 3 can, number 4 can, number 5 can't. this is about exercise number 2. حكينا we use can to talk about something that you are allowed to do، مسموح لك تعمله. you can go to the party. أما can't we use can to talk about something you are not allowed to do، مش مسموح لك أبدا تعمله. can't دائما can't مع have to وكان مع don't have to. طيب exercise number 4, it's very interesting. Look at it. Look at the pictures. Here we have 4 pictures. Look at the pictures and use the phrases from the books. عندنا بالbox phrases, we have to use them to write school rules. Why? To write school rules. حتى نكتب قوانين المدرسة. School rules using have to, don't have to, or can, can't. Then write your own sentences using the words in brackets. شوف. Then first you have to look at the picture. Second, you have to use the suitable phrase from the books. نستخدم الجملة الصحيحة to describe the pictures. And we have to use can, can't to, can, can't, have to. طيب. The first one is answered. نشوف كيف حلين أول واحدة. Look at the picture. What do you see? You see a boy. He is studying, right? Yes. You have to study hard. You have عليك something that is necessary. يجب عليك أن تدرس بجد. You have to study hard. have to دائما إيش بيجي معها حكينا have to بيجي معها can't. You can't pass exams without studying. أنت لا تستطيع أن تنجح بالامتحانات بدون دراسة. So you have to study hard. You can't pass exams without studying. Okay, this is for number 1. have to, something that is necessary to do. يجب عليك تعمله. Can't, you are not allowed to do. مش مسموح لك أبدا تعمله أو مستحيل يصير. Impossible. طيب. Number 2. Look at the box. We have to use from the box write notes by hands. شايفين هاي write notes by hands يعني كتابة الملاحظات باليد. بدنا نستخدمها مع هاي الصورة. Who can do it? بدي أحكي له إنه أنت مش ضروري تكتب notes by your hand بإيدك. You إيش? You can use. Excellent. يلا let's say it. You حكينا don't have to بتيجي مع can. لما نشوف can يعني لازم نستخدم معها don't have to. لا يجب عليك. يلا. You don't have to write notes by hand. You don't have to write notes by hand. يعني أنت مش مضطر. You don't have to write notes by hands. You can تستطيع. You can write notes on computer. Excellent. Or you can use a computer. So again, you don't have to write notes by hand. مش مضطر إنك تكتب الملاحظات بإيدك. Why? Because you can use a computer. هون you don't have to بتكملوها. You don't have to إيش? To write notes by hands. هاي الجملة. Because you can what? You can use a computer. Okay, you don't have to. Again, you don't have to write notes by hands. مش مضطر تكتب الملاحظات بإيدك. You can use a computer. بإمكانك إنك تستخدم computer. Okay, this is a computer. Okay, what about number 3? Look at number 3. You see a girl, she's holding box, ماسكة box. بدنا نحكي لها you. طيب شايفين هون عنا don't have to. لا يجب عليكي. don't have to. don't have to بتيجي مع إيش؟ مع can. إنه إشي اختياري. إنه شو بدنا نحكي لها؟ You can look at the box. Take books out of library. نستخدم هاي. You can. هيها مع هون. You can. نحكي لها you can can هاي الجملة. You can take books out of library. يعني يمكنك أن تأخذ الكتب تستعيريهم من المكتبة، صح؟ You can تستطيع something you are allowed to do. بإمكانك تعملي هيك. You can take books out of library. You don't have to مش مضطرة يعني. You don't have to buy them. مش مضطرة إنك تشتريهم. You don't have to buy them. Why? Because you can take books out of library. Okay? You can take books out of library. That's why you don't have to buy them. يعني مش مضطر انك تشتريهم. Something that belongs to you. بالنهاية هذا الاشي بيرجع لك. تمام؟ حكينا don't have to دائما تيجي مع can. don't have to مش مضطرة. can تقدري. تمام؟ You can take books out of library. You don't have to buy them. طيب what about number 4? Look about number 4. عنا have to. لما نشوف have to يعني have to لازم يجي معها ايش؟ can't. شايفين؟ have to دائما تيجي مع can't. أوامر. have to يجب عليك. can't أبدا ما بتقدر. so بدنا نستخدم can't مع have to. look at the box. هيها use mobile phones. احنا بنتكلم عن المدرسة، قوانين المدرسة. فشو بدنا نحكي؟ you can't use mobile phones at school. You can't use mobile phones at school. صح؟ You have to what? You have to turn them off. يعني تسكروهم تطفوهم. You have to turn them refers to the phones. You have to turn them off. يجب عليكم أن تطفئوهم. You can't use mobile phones. You have to turn them off. إذن ال can دائما بتيجي مع ال have to. something that belongs to you بيعود إلك as you like زي ما بتحب. you don't have to يعني أنت مش مضطر أو you can do it. ال can وال have to مع بعض. أما ال can't لا تستطيع أبدا وال have to يجب عليك بيجوا مع بعض. تمام؟ Okay. I hope you understood and I hope you enjoyed the class. If you have any question, you can come and ask me. Please write these on your notebook. Okay? Okay. Ramadan Mubarak again, and I wish you an easy fast, inshallah. صيام سهل. Goodbye.